Welcome back to Archetype Aperture, the daily gym. I am Jim, as awkward as ever. And this is a audio video podcast that I'm putting together. And it is something, if you're just joining, it's something that I've kind of committed myself to doing a podcast every single day until I just can't take it anymore, or until I just run out of things to talk about. Generally, I do these in my car, on my phone. Literally, I just open the voice app and hold my phone to my mouth and record while I'm driving into my day job. The last episode, it's doing better than the first two, which I appreciate. Thank you for the support, and thanks for listening. I try to keep these podcasts around 15 minutes, no more, no less. As I know, again, the attention span is probably, the attention span of people in general, and I'm not saying anything negative about anyone. It's just that even myself, my attention span is like that of a gnat. But I will try and bring you something every single day. Now, I didn't upload anything yesterday, and that was because I bought these wireless lavalier microphones from, let's see if it'll focus. There it is. From Amazon, and they, in a studio environment like this, it does okay. But whenever you're in a car and there's a lot of loud noises coming from the outside, AC just kicked in. I apologize. It's one of the things, I don't know why I care about that. I don't know why I care about artifacts and things being in the audio. As long as you can hear me okay, it shouldn't matter. I'm still working on my podcast video, how to make a podcast from A to Z, in my opinion. It's literally just how I do things. And one of the things that I'd like to talk about, I've talked about them before, but I kind of, let's move that out of the way. I've talked about them before, but I don't want people to think that I'm a shill or that I'm sponsored by anyone. I'm not sponsored by anyone other than me. And, but I do, what I'm recording this through currently, the audio and the video for this, everything's running into my Ecamm Live. I actually did a video about, I kind of mentioned it before. If you are into live streaming and you like to live stream, or you're interested in getting into live streaming, there are certain things like OBS, Open Broadcast Systems, that you can use, and you can use different screens and backdrops and all those things. It'll give you the green screen and all that. I personally like Ecamm Live because I don't know if it's true, but what I have heard is that it is integrated specifically for Apple products. I am an Apple user. Hate me if you want. But it seems to work very seamlessly with all of the equipment that I have. And from what I can understand, and again, I don't know if this is something that's true or not, but it seems like there's a compression in the software. So when you're doing this is what a live stream would look like right here. I'm basically, instead of streaming, I'm just recording. And when you record through the Ecamm Live application, it does, there's a compression for the audio, and it actually sounds quite good. I'm actually running my audio interface, which I use the Rodecaster Pro, and I'm running it into Ecamm Live as my audio source. So between the two of those things, it actually makes it sound really, really good. And so this daily gym is going to sound probably a lot better than the last few, but like I said, Ecamm Live, it does cost a little money. I believe it's a little over $100 a year, which isn't bad. I'm not one to, I'm a cheapo, El Cheapo. If you've listened to any of my other podcasts or watched any of my videos, I am very open and honest about the fact that I am El Cheapo, and I don't mind. I don't mind that moniker. It's fine. I blatantly put that out there. But as far as things that I need, applications that I use on a daily basis, or maybe not even daily basis, but I use it for my podcast, I use it for other podcast production. It just makes my life so much easier. I do use it in conjunction with an A10 Mini Pro. You can pick one of these up for like $200-300, and it has HDMI inputs, which you can input up to 4 cameras or 3 cameras and a computer input into the A10 Mini Pro, and you can switch between the 4 of them. You can cut in, you can fade to black, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. Like here's a fade to black. All right, now I'm back. But there's a lot of gear that goes into live streaming. Not all of it is necessary. I mean, I could honestly just use the Ecamm Live app and one camera, and I can select and create scenes to push in and do, if I want to do close-ups, if I want to switch between close-up and farther away, I can do that. So if you're live streaming a video game or what have you, and you can do picture-in-picture, so you can upload your monitor screen directly onto what you're streaming into your camera view, and you can toggle between the two. So if you're live streaming a video game, which is pretty popular these days, a lot of people just live stream their video games. I'm not sure how profitable it is, or I mean, I've never done it. I do sometimes stream to Twitch, and it's very rare though. I was doing it for one podcast. We have multiple locations that we stream to, and that's interesting too, because you can't stream to multiple platforms directly through the Ecamm Live app. Well, at least not yet. I think there's an update coming very soon where they might actually allow you to do that. But what I use currently is Restream.io, and for what that is it's also like an OBS, and I mean, yeah, I could use that solely, but I use it in conjunction with, because Restream allows you to stream to multiple platforms, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if you can do it to Instagram yet. I think they're working on that, but I don't think you can just yet. But you can see Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Vimeo, any other streaming services. You can log in and set them all, and you can stream directly to them all at the same time. Which is convenient for me, because when I live stream to why do I want to say Facebook? It shut off. When I live stream to YouTube, it saves the video, and I can go in then and I can just put in a description, a title, whatever I would like to do, and move on from there. But as far as Ecamm Live goes, it's got everything I need. Again, you can create scenes. Let's see if it'll come through. There's sound effects. I don't know if that's coming through or not. I can't hear it. But there's so many other things that you can do. Let's see. I can zoom myself. I think it'll work. Let's see. Will it let me? Zoom on in, fella. It's not doing it. It's all right. Well, a lot of dead air. But yeah, this is like I said, a video podcast. It's not meant to be perfect. I'm not going to cut anything. And I made a promise to myself again, many promises to myself, but I made a promise to myself that I would not start chopping and editing these. Now, I have been adding a little sound bed in the beginning and in the end. Hopefully that's not, it doesn't mess up my integrity with you. Do you like the sound beds? Do you want it to go through? I have this thing about background noise. When I'm in my car, you can hear the hum of the road. So I try to throw a little music bed in throughout the entire thing. Sometimes I just do it in the beginning and the end. Sometimes I don't do it at all. But it's neither here nor there. I am drinking butter coffee, or as some would call it, bulletproof coffee. So there you go. Yes, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm having a coffee. Sue me. I like coffee. I'm kind of a coffee nut. I don't really have anything planned as far as photography coming up. Well, and that's a lie. I do have something planned this weekend coming up. I've got a solo performer that has reached out to me after I reached out. I went on a forum on Facebook for musicians in my local area, and I just put it out there. I said, if there's any musicians, groups or solo artists that are interested in me coming and shooting them while during a performance, please reach out. And I had so many people. So I've got almost every weekend from now until who knows when, I've got a group I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot, hopefully. And that's nothing more than me I've never done live music photography, like in the like in the club or in a venue like that. I know that there's a lot of difficulty with it as far as low lighting and all that good stuff, but I'm pretty confident in myself that I can get a good shot or two, hopefully more than two, but I'm not charging anybody anything for this. This is a project that I have that I want to do for myself. And that's it, really. But I've talked about access in the past. If you have an idea for a photo shoot that you really want to do, it's not that difficult. Just ask. Go out and ask. And there are a lot of these people like these musicians and what have you. They love press. They love to get their photos taken so they can use them for their social media, what have you. And it's great practice for you as well. I really want to get Russell back in here so we can start talking about some of the things he's been up to. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I'll be reaching out to him later today, and hopefully everything's all right. And we'll get to find out exactly what's been up with him. I'm always interested. He's built himself quite an empire of photography, and I'm very proud, very happy for him. And I hope nothing but the best things for him and in his career as a photographer. I wish that for everybody. Something that bugs me is when people get this envy of another photographer, and it's weird to me. Like, why would you be envious? Why aren't you happy for them? I never understood it. But I do. I get excited for my friends and for people maybe I don't know all that well, even, and I enjoy seeing them succeed. And all I want to do is talk to them about it, pick their brain. And I think it's good for my beginner and intermediate followers that are just getting into photography to learn from as many photographers as you possibly can, not just from me. I'm not the end all be all of, is it end all be all or end all be all? I don't know. I'm not the end all be all of photography, and I'm certainly not a full-time photographer. Which, again, it's one of those things that it is a tough, it's a tough job to break into, just being honest. We battle things daily, whether it's personal feelings, personal issues that we've had, and it's just not easy. So why not listen to those that are really successful and succeeding in that craft and find out exactly what they've done? But I can tell you that the lack of my success it's not on anyone but me. And I wouldn't call myself not a success. I'm happy with where I'm at. So in that, I'm a success. You know, success means something different to everyone. It's not the same for everyone. Some people it's money and power and fame. Some people it's just getting up out of bed in the morning. For me, it is I do what I want to do, and no one can tell me that I'm doing it wrong. Well, I mean, people can tell me that I'm doing it wrong, but I don't have to listen. At any rate, I'm rambling on, and I really appreciate you guys. Check out Ecamm if you're into streaming. If you want something free, just Google search OBS and you'll find something there. And hopefully that helped you with at least a couple of ideas for what you could use for live streaming. Not sure what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I'm trying to make up for yesterday's and today's daily gym. So this is the daily, not so daily gym. And I thank you for listening. Please, if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave a little rating. I appreciate 5s. If you're on YouTube watching this, hit the like button, and subscribe, and maybe share it if you're interested. Or if you feel like it's worth your while to share it, I appreciate it. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, you can go in and leave a comment as well. I do appreciate all comments, whether it's good, bad, the ugly, whatever. I appreciate them all. That's it. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.